Welcome back to World's Finest. I'm Bodhi, that's Noah. Today we are coming back with our first comic book review. Today we are going to be reviewing Spider-Man Blue, written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Tim Sale. Let's get it, bro.
Same copy, same copy.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right,
All
man.
right. So, what are what are our overall? Let's just start off. What are our overall thoughts on the book in general?
Um,
What would you 10 if you'd like to rate it?
I don't know.
Any adjectives you'd like to use?
It's great. It is great. I think giving specifically this book a rating is so difficult because I read Daredevil Yellow before I read this book. And while Yellow is a better book, in my opinion, I think Yellow does everything this book does, but better. So comparing it to that, I don't feel that's very fair because I love the book for what it is. And also, like, I hate saying that Yellow is better too because this book's so good. So I'm just going to leave it at it's great, it's phenomenal, and I do think every Spider Man fan should read it. What about you?
That was the worst timed water sip ever. Uh, yeah, it's really great. Um, I don't really rate.
Hmm.
I was telling this off air. I kind of rate comics, but I kind of don't. I rate them for myself, but I don't um and to give like proper hard ratings, you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
And I've never given a comic a 10 before.
Yeah, that was the thing that shocked me because I feel like not rating comics is fair, and it's also like the way comics are laid out. We talked about this too. It's like it's most similar to a television show, but it's also so much different than a television show with the way things are paced and just the way it works. So not rating comics, it's just such a difficult medium to do. So I feel like that's fair, but not even like having a comic that you think's a masterpiece. I think that's like the thing that took me by surprise.
I think something can be a masterpiece and not a 10.
Really?
In the context of comics, yeah.
Okay. What would you
Death of
say?
Wolverine
Yeah.
is a masterpiece, but it's not quite a 10.
All right. Fair enough.
I would probably this isn't quite a 10, but it was really, really good. I don't throw around masterpiece, so I'm not going to say it's a masterpiece, but it is, it is really, really great. It is
That's
really
fair.
great.
I would say just like most low, actually all of the low books that we've gone over, we talked about. I think this one is probably the most unique in just the way things work. Because, like, for example, I have yet to read Captain America White or Hulk Gray, but comparing this to Daredevil Yellow, the tones are so much more different. This delves into, I feel like romance a lot differently than Daredevil Yellow is, because Daredevil Yellow is about it's kind of like this, but with Karen instead of Gwen. And although it is kind of a romance book in the grand scheme of things, this just is like the main genre is romance. With Daredevil Yellow, there's still it's more focused on action, and I would say it's more focused on kind of like a biopic of Matt's young life. This is mostly like it's Peter's life, but it's a lot on just the love triangle. That's what it focuses on.
Oh, I would describe it at I think I was describing it to my dad as it's a melancholic rom-com.
Hmm. Yeah,
And I love it. It's done amazingly.
it's
It's
done
really, really
brilliantly.
cool.
I do
Yeah, it's
think
really, really cool.
this is another reason I didn't want to give a score is because although I don't think it's as good as Yellow, I have yet to talk to this book in detail with anyone. Like normally, when I'm done, I kind of talk to my brother or like my dad about the books I read. I've yet to talk to anyone in detail about this book. Um, and once I talk about it more, I can kind of process it a bit more. But I do think talking about it will continue to like make my love for the book grow. I think that's one thing
Hmm.
that can happen.
Yeah, so there's 6 issues here.
Hmm.
You have a favorite issue?
Definitely issue six. Definitely issue
Yeah.
six. That's such a sad issue.
Yeah, I said to my dad, I read the first 5 issues, and I was about to read the 6th issue, and I said to my dad, I said, by the way, this is a spoiler review, by the way. No
Yeah.
spoiler free right now.
Spoilers from
We're
now on.
assuming you've read this.
Yeah.
I said, man, I really hope that they just nail the ending with this.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, I don't know how. I thought some of it and I said some of it. I thought to myself, I don't know how they're going to do it because this book is Peter and Gwen falling in love, and obviously
Yeah.
she dies when they're dating.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, man, and I said to my dad, I said that if the ending is her dying, that could be so, like, done so well.
I'm glad it wasn't.
And I was like reading it and I was like, oh, is she going to die?
Mm-hmm.
How's it gonna work? Are we gonna see any element of her death? And I was like, I just don't know if the ending will be powerful enough that it needs to be and stick the landing as well as it needs to if it doesn't end with her death, because that could just be really well to do it. But then we're not seeing the development of their actual relationship, just the way they fall in love. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And so what the ending ends up being, obviously, is he asks him to be
Yeah.
his Valentine and they officially fall in love.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Peter finally recording it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna read.
This
I'm
is
just
the
gonna read.
saddest thing, and this is probably the
I'm
saddest
just gonna
like thing
read.
ever.
When the years I've tried to make some sense of your death, something, anything that I could call good that came after all that bad. And all the time I've been sitting up here talking to you, I remembered something I don't think I've told anyone. The night of your funeral, MJ came to see me at the apartment. I was putting it mildly rude to her. I just wasn't up for that life is a party and MJ is the cake thing. But something happened that night. I think now your death was MJ's wake up call. We weren't all going to live forever, and the party was going to end. When I don't think Mary Jane Watson could have had a serious relationship with me until she realized how much we all lost with you gone. She would later become my wife. I had to learn to love again. She taught me how. And then MJ walks in. Peter? Hi. MJ, how long have you been listening? Long enough. I'm sorry, MJ. I didn't mean for you to hear. It's alright. I just came up to make sure you're okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Will you do me a favor, Peter? Say hello for me. And tell Gwen I miss her too. And then there's a little bit more. Like, and then it's got the pictures of them together and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it is sad.
It's really freaking sad, dude.
And
What
then he
I
obviously says, I'm feeling blue.
This is my favorite line in the entire book. Is when
I'm feeling blue.
yeah, the I guess when I try and sum it up how I get and feel around this time of year is I feel blue. That was and it's when I read that I was like, holy cow, that was brilliant. And then yesterday, you were talking to Josh in the group chat, and
Yes.
you were like,
Yeah, yeah,
Josh
yeah.
was like, so how does the blue tie in? And you're like, I'm 5 issues in, and there's been really nothing other than like how the way like some of it's colored is like you can tell the blue pops a lot more. And then I didn't want to say anything, but I'm just like,
Peak, by the
dude,
way.
yeah,
Peak, by the way.
the art is gorgeous in this. But I didn't want to say anything. I'm just like, just wait till the end. And then I was like, yeah, that's why it ties in.
Yeah.
And
Obviously, I did have a feeling like blue because feeling blue is a thing.
yeah.
But I didn't expect it to be specifically stated like that. And I liked the way they did it.
So this is
As I was
my
saying, sorry,
no, you're good.
or you go. As I was saying before, I was like, oh, I hope they stick the landing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how you can make it powerful enough without seeing her death, but then also how do you do her death because it's not at the right time. And I think they nailed it.
Yeah.
They nailed the ending.
So
And we were saying MJ in this book is for the streets.
she is.
He Loki seems pretty chill at the end.
Yeah. So this is the thing that this book is so there is this feeling. So you don't know how the book is. I felt like going into it, they're obviously because in yellow, it's kind of the same thing where they don't show Karen's death, and I knew that they weren't going to show Gwen die, and I knew that it would have been weird if they did because Gwen and Peter weren't like officially like together
Yeah,
up
it
until
wouldn't have
like the
worked.
final pass. So I knew they weren't going to do it, but in my mind, I was like, how are they going to tie this all in? Because at the end, I'm not gonna spoil yellow because this isn't a Daredevil spoiler or Daredevil yellow thing. But like they tie yellow in together so well at the end, and I was like, there's no way they're gonna be able to do anything as good as yellow was. And I think this might have done the ending a little better. Just
Nice.
Yeah, I think this might have done the ending a little better because there's just so many small details. Because I read these final 2 pages like maybe six. I was gonna say maybe 6, 7 times. I really didn't mean that. I read these final 3 pages so many times, and actually into preparation for this video, I just read these again. There's so many things that I want to point out. One, they're living in May's house. They took over May's house, which is sad because that also means that May's dead. Because earlier in the book, May actually moves out of the house to go move in with Mary Jane's like aunt. So that just shows that like May's dead. Another thing I little picked up on is
No, wait. No, she won't be.
yeah, May's dead, bro.
Why would she be dead?
Because they took over her house. Why would they move out of Mary
Doesn't
Jane's house? Why would she move out of Mary's house? Or not Mary's. What's her name? What's her
is
aunt's
this
name?
canon to main Marvel continuity? This book?
No. These are like
No.
anthology series, kind of.
'Cause I was gonna say because Aunt May dying is part of the whole One More Day storyline.
Yeah, this is. I don't think this is. I think this was before One More Day.
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like it kind of fits in that May's dead. I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking.
No, it checks out.
But I'm just saying, like, there's so many small details I picked up on. And also, the thing is I'm trying to find the exact frame it is. I think it's the final one, yeah. So this is 6 issues. I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up well, but the final frame where it's like the tape recorder and he turns it off, you can see Gwen 1 for the first issue, Gwen 2, Gwen 3, Gwen 4, Gwen 5. And I was
Yeah,
like, that's such a great little, just like, not even
Yeah.
Easter egg, just such a great thing. It just keeps it grounded. I love that so much. But that is such just a sad, like, just way to end the book, honestly.
I think
But
they did it really well. Because
It's perfect.
did you read the foreword?
The with Loeb talking about Sale?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's heartbreaking.
Awesome. But they were saying the book is about making the audience remember the character of Gwen Stacy, and it is kind of about Peter remembering her, but also the audience. And I think, they did it really well in the sense that it feels a little bit like a funeral.
Yeah.
It's like a memory, and I feel like post thinking about it in retrospect, I'm glad they didn't do
The death.
her death. It wouldn't have done the same thing. It wouldn't have worked as well.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to jump to like just some of the things they do in this comic. What's your opinion on Flash going to the military?
Yeah, I thought it was makes sense. Honestly, I thought it made sense for his character.
I liked it. We you talked about them recreating the iconic first Spider-Man like frame, the cover.
The cover,
I
Amazing Fantasy number 15.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
trying
so
to pull
big.
the page.
Hold on.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but I do think genuinely that this looks better than the original cover. I'm not trying to be that guy, but this is gorgeous.
Oh, Tim. Yeah. No. Yeah. 100%.
This is
Wait.
gorgeous.
What page? Where is it?
It's like in issue 5, like a 5 issue or 5 or 4 pages before it ends.
Oh yeah, I got it. Oh yeah, yeah. I like this. Also, I just want to say, and this is just continually to build on me saying Spider-Man is the best design in comics, which I stand by. Dude, the way Tim Sale draws Spider-Man,
Yeah, dude,
amazing.
it is beautiful.
Dude, it looks like the Steve Ditko art, but it's not. It's also got his own spin on it. It's like it's classic, it's retro, the colors pop. It's amazing.
Um,
How does he make Spider-Man look so good, but Harry looks so chopped?
that's what I was, dude. The first, yeah, Harry is so chopped. This dude needs to hop on Hims and get that hairline
This
back.
guy, no, bro, he thinks he has all the huzz.
And he has no ability, bro. It's so cooked. So one thing people don't talk about, the colors play into the story so well. Colors,
Yeah.
So the colors in this book foreshadow what's going to happen and just foreshadow the tone of everything that's happening. In the final issues, in the final like couple pages, I'd say the brightest part of this entire book is when Gwen and Peter first kiss. I would say that's the brightest scene in the entire book.
Wait. At the end.
Yeah, and then the darkest pages in the entire book is the Peter finishing up. And then Peter, so at the end you have Peter and Gwen finally kiss. It's super bright. You can tell like the happiness is there, and then you jump straight into Peter's final words. And then during this entire thing, look how dark blue that is. Obviously, the camera's not going to get
Yeah.
that great, but it's so dark.
Yeah.
And then the final frame of the entire book is Peter finally like puts some goodness into it. He's like, and I long for a time when a girl I knew with an incredible smile and so much good in her heart made me think that life can be great. And it's so dark, like Peter's half of his face in the shadow. And then the final frame is him turning off the box, the tape recorder, and it's so bright because he finally able to get through all of it and find happiness in everything that happened and mature through the whole entire like experiences that he had with Gwen. It's amazing. The direction
It is
for
a work of art.
this direction for this book is just outstanding.
Okay. And just like look at this. One of my favorite bits is when Craven's looking through the different fights.
Yes. The
All
rhinoceros.
All of them. Look at that is beautiful.
Yeah.
This one is amazing. What a splash cup. What's it called?
Dude,
Splash panel.
splash
What?
panel. Oh.
Far out. Holy moly.
LOEB is Sale has the best splash panels in comics.
Big call. So tough.
Okay.
And then we go back to Mr. Chopped.
Bro, and then he's like,
Bro,
okay.
I can't even lie. Craven yoinking Harry because he used Peter's aftershave is the funniest thing.
It's such good writing though. What were your
Just
thoughts
yoinked him.
on him taking? So, two questions. What were your thoughts? First question though, what was your thoughts on the whole entire mysterious villain and it turning out to be Craven? I knew it was Craven. Off rip. It's so obvious that it's Craven, but I still love it.
You could tell.
I still
loved
love
how they did it, yeah.
Yeah. Number two.
And the way they do it, it's meant to be his first encounter with Craven, no?
I don't think so. Maybe?
Pretty sure.
I don't
I'm gonna
remember.
whip out the page when Craven jumps through the window.
Yeah, I guess it is.
It seems that way.
Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, and the second thing is, what were your thoughts on Norman coming back? And the whole entire Norman, like the little, did you notice the little, like, subtlety in the dialogue?
Wait, hold on. I feel like I remember wait, what? Let me look over it again.
So, like,
I feel like I did.
So, he beats the crap out of Craven, and then Craven spills the beans that, because the entire comic, you know, Craven's, like, hiring all the villains and stuff, helping them out, to try to take them out. And he was like, it was a contract. Green Goblin paid me to kill you. And then Spider-Man's like, the Goblin, Craven, the Green Goblin's dead. He's like, didn't matter. Wanted to honor the contract. And then he passes out. And then Norman's actually there. And then like,
yeah, he's sweating.
Yeah, he's all sweating. And then Peter's like, I'm just glad it's over. And he's like, you saved my son, and you saved. And then Harry cuts him off. He's like, Dad, are you okay? He's like, it's nothing. So he obviously remembers that he was Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Because the entire point of like the thing is that he had like dementia or like I don't even know what you'd call it, and he forgot it. I love that subtlety. Amnesia. Yeah, I love subtlety.
There's these paperbacks they're printing at the moment, or reprinting per se, and they're called Mighty Marvel Masterworks, and they're trade paperbacks of like original like runs. There's like there's a little bit of Daredevil, a little bit of Spider-Man. They're the only ones I've looked at. It's literally trades of like the first issues of Spider-Man. So far I think there's 7 volumes.
Dang.
So they literally got it from first appearance and like all the Amazing Spider-Man like.
Yeah.
So you can literally read it all like by Stan Lee and stuff.
Yeah, I've read some of that.
As trades. Which I'm gonna start getting at some point. And because obviously a lot of the moments in this book point towards iconic moments in Spider-Man's like MJ at the door and that kind of thing. I'm excited for when I read those, seeing the parallels. And even Like I reckon the Goblin fight is probably like an actual fight.
Mm-hmm.
The start, and then like, bro, I just know because when I read Gwen's death in the original thing, they haven't
I'm gonna
printed
lose
that
it.
yet. I don't think, bro. And because like you just know because Peter's gonna feel so guilty because he could have killed Goblin.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing,
Okay.
bro.
Underrated thing in
Okay.
this book.
Oh, the fights.
Two underrated things: the fights for
Okay.
one, and then in the second issue, Peter is like he obviously has the like he kind of has a crush on Gwen because Gwen gave him that like devious side eye, and then he's like in the lab at his college, and then he's like doing something with the chemicals, and she's like, "Do you see what you like?" He's like, "Hi, Gwen." It's like the chemical reaction you got when you mix the catalyst to the two polymers. Did you get the reaction you expected? And he's like, "At this point, Gwen, I'm not sure what to expect." And then later that issue, he's fighting Rhino, and then he gets a piece of Rhino's hide, and then he takes it over to Kurt Connors. And Connor's like, I don't know how we're gonna do this. And then he was like, how about can we separate the DNA bond? He's like, introduce a catalyst that'll create a chemical with the two polymers, which was a callback to what Gwen said. I'm like, peak, W callback, W callback. I love that so much. And then the rest of the Rhino fight is just hilarious. Seeing Rhino just like lose all of his hide. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Also, I love the way they do this book in the sense that basically every single issue, 6 issues, every issue is like it's all just Peter's life, and then there's one Spider-Man fight,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's such a great layout. It's such a great way of doing it.
I love the way they lay this book out. It's so
But so I'm correct in saying there's like 6 fights. No, there's Goblin fight, Rhino fight, um,
there's two Rhino
blanking,
fights, technically. I think. Well, I guess it's one, yeah. And then there's the lizard fight,
Lizard fight, Vulture,
vultures, and then
Craven.
it's the Craven.
Yes, there's 6. What would be your ranking? Give a ranking or a favorite?
Um, no, honestly, I don't know how I could do that.
The lizard fight and the goblin fight are my 2 favorites,
The lizard and goblin are my two favorite. If I
and the
had
rhino as well. The
Rhino's
first
great.
the first 3.
The issue 5 when Peter's like so at the end of issue 4 when he gets whooped by the new vulture and he's like stuck in the snow and stuff, and he comes back and he has the sick he like has a cold, and then he has to
Yeah,
go out and fight the two vultures. I loved that fight. And then like it also just like it's a hero's duty. I like how much this
yeah,
book talks about like the hero's duty, because like
bro, bro. The great power, great responsibility callback.
yeah, and then
But I'm
like
not going to stand by and watch this. That's
no,
just Spider-Man, bro.
yeah, he was like, oh, it's just so good, dude.
This book just it is everything that's great about Spider-Man to
Yeah,
a T. It understands Spider-Man perfectly. Like
so
it's got the human side, the
mhm.
Spider-Man side perfect, all the motives, all the Peter Parker aspects done perfectly. It's just
So
understanding of the character.
yeah, so this is what I would this is how I would sum up Spider-Man Blue and Daredevil Yellow. It's not a main continuity book. What it's supposed to be,
But but it's
it reminds you how
it,
much these characters mean to you and how much their love interests mean to them. Like in this, it just reminds like you of how much Spider-Man, how important Spider-Man is, just not to the comic book community, but just to every comic book reader. Like comic books wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for Spider-Man. Like comic book movies wouldn't be where they are today if it wasn't for the Sam Raimi trilogy. Like reading this, you're like, Spider-Man is important to my life. Seeing Peter go through all of this is like terrifying to watch. It's so sad. But then it also is like, although obviously it's a comic book, but it's like Peter going through all the stuff, reliving how important Gwen was to him. It's just like it's such a good balance of how it just tells you, and it's just a reminder of how important these characters are to you and how important their love interest is to them. Is what I'd like to describe these books as.
I know that comparing comics to films is not very fair, but if I'm just going to go story wise, this is this book is better than any live action like Spider-Man movie. The story,
Oh, without a doubt, easily. And this
like
has the best love interest. This is the
it
best.
has
Gwen Stacy's ever been.
Yeah.
And it's also
It's real good.
it's real good. Do you think so? Do you think the do you think there's any flaws that you have with this book? Like anything that stands out as you're like, oh, I would fix that. I would change the way that progresses. Like just any general flaws.
Not off the top of my head. I'd have to
Yeah,
think of it. I'd have to think on it more.
yeah.
Um,
Ooh, this book is so
I
good.
do find I did find the vultures a tiny bit like I got sick of Vulture. I'm just Vulture's just not my favorite Spider-Man villain, so I did get a little bit sick of Vulture.
Okay.
Like when we like fought him like twice.
Hmm.
Like the vultures are like it's not, like it's nitpicks, dude. It's nitpicks.
That's fair.
Like there isn't any genuine flaws with this. Unless I'd have to reread it to like really pick a lot of them out. But like in general,
Yeah, that's fair.
it's all pretty great.
That's fair.
I love the pace. I love the pacing. I love the fights. I love the dialogue. I love the paneling. I love the art.
Hmm.
Can I just say, yeah, the paneling is just amazing, by the way.
Dude, that's just how like I feel like every low book is with Sale.
Yeah,
The
dude, and
pacing in this book is
pacing is really good.
phenomenal. There isn't a single slow point. Or like if it's a slow point, it's like a good slow burn. It's an engaging slow burn. Like I'm not
Yeah,
bored by it.
yeah, because if at any point the Peter Parker aspect does start to lose you at any point,
Hmm.
as soon as that feeling starts to kick in, you do get a Spider-Man moment, and
Yeah.
it kind of saves it a bit.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I like that we fight a few different rogues. It just makes the world feel lived in, I suppose. It makes
Hmm.
Spider-Man feel active.
I'm
Um,
glad this takes place during his college years. Those are
yeah,
easily the most entertaining
peak
or
era,
just
the peak era of Spider-Man.
yeah. Every single chapter or issue, it's titled a callback in the book. Like all the titles get called in the issue. What's your favorite like title drop in the book?
It's like my what is it? My funny Valentine.
Yeah,
Um,
Let's
what
Fall
is
in
it?
Love.
Autumn in New York. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's Let's Fall. It's Autumn in New York. Let's Fall in Love. Anything Goes. I think it's Autumn in New York, and then it's If I Had You, and then you had All of Me. I think All of Me. I think was the other one. What was
Yeah,
your favorite drop out of them?
funny Valentine.
That's fair. I think the All of Me was like my favorite, but the Funny Valentine's definitely a close second.
It's probably one of my favorite. Like like first
Introductions.
issues.
Yeah.
Like the introduction is done. It's one of the best first issues. Me and my dad were talking about TV shows,
Yeah.
and we are just talking about some shows he was watching, and he said, I don't remember what the show was, and he was saying, "Oh, this show has one of the best pilots I've ever seen,"
Hmm.
and because he watches a lot of shows, and we were just saying before how comics are a little bit like a TV show in the way that it's like issues make up the
Yeah, me and
overall
you.
story, episodes make up the yeah,
Yeah,
me and you. And this is like one of the best first issues that
without a doubt.
the
Without
way
a doubt.
it it has it has everything. It has the it starts obviously with the blue aesthetic, the melancholy feel, talking about how Gwen died. You got the rose falling into the water and stuff. It immediately sets out the tone for the book, and it's about remembering someone who was so important to me. I was going to spend the rest of my life with her. I didn't know that meant she would only get to spend the rest of her life with me. That's my favorite line in the book, by the way.
That's a beautiful one. Yeah,
Just these first few pages are probably my favorite. Like, the issue one, honestly, is my favorite.
that's fair. That's a good take. Right, issue one's amazing.
And then the goblin fight is it jumps straight into the goblin fight, which is just amazing.
Dude, the goblin fight is
It's
phenomenal.
amazing.
This might be the best fight in the book. This might be the best choreographed fight in the book.
I think it is.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think
you
it
go
is
to
too.
Daily Bugle. You meet Gwen for the first time. It's up and then you have the motorbike thing.
Dude, he has so much
It's like,
aura with the motorbike. With the freaking motorcycle. He sees the Huz walk by, he's like, fine,
yeah,
bro. Give it to me.
I'm a cop. I'm a cop.
Yeah. I like how he like nearly runs him over, and then Gwen's like, ah, sure, I'll hop on the bike with you. And then she's like, I like it fast. Bro, you're gonna get in the crash. You're gonna die with Peter.
I also I'm very critical. We've also talked about this of
Yeah.
fights in comics.
Yeah, we're both very critical of those for sure.
And fights in comics, they're hard to do.
Without a doubt.
It's not a
Way
moving
harder.
image. It's not a moving image. So you need a. It's very important. It's on the artist and the way they panel it to, um, make sure one we have an understanding on what the what's actually happening in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not choreographed,
Yeah.
choreographed well, you're like, dude, what's even happening in this fight? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out on the Red Hood. On the Red Hood fights are so freaking mid.
It's the book is mid, bro.
This book's kind of bad, but
Yeah, it's
like
not
the
great.
fights, we should do a review on this.
You know
The
what's crazy?
fights
The more I read,
are not that good.
the more I dislike that book.
And oh, I do like this panel.
I'm not gonna lie. Is that the one where he beats Joker and the freaking like?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool,
So I
bro.
opened up to a poor example, but anyway. So not only do the fights have to be like you have to understand what's going on, they have to be like entertaining. And the entertainment comes from the visual stimulus of the art being good. On the Red Hood art sucks. And so,
He's making fair points.
but the art in this is amazing. You know what I mean? And just like I think also Spider-Man has an advantage because Spider-Man has some of the best fight potential out of any superhero. In like the way the fights are entertaining.
Yeah,
Maybe the number one, like potential for like
Daredevil.
Daredevil is close. Like it's between the two of them. It's different kinds. It's different kinds of entertainment. Because Spider-Man's entertainment comes from all the like
The quippy jokes, the web,
it's a
the
combination
use of
of the
webs.
he's it's use of webs, crippy jokes, moving around fast, doing flips and stuff. Daredevil's a bit different. But just like you can tell every punch you feel it land, every
Mm-hmm.
punch feels like you feel every single punch. And it's the onomatopoeia is just such a big part of it. The quips are amazing.
This
Bro,
might be
this
my
shot,
favorite
it's
spider
low-key
suit.
funny, but low-key peak at the same time.
Yeah, when he throws the pumpkin at him, that's so funny. He's like, I mean, you're
Yeah,
both
yeah, exactly.
pumpkins.
He throws the pumpkin at him. You can just tell what's happening. You can tell that Spider-Man webbed the pumpkin and he threw it at him.
No,
A
and you
lot of
know,
comics, they will like you'll be like a lot of comics, they would like a lot of people, they would, for example, they would leave out a panel like this.
yeah,
So you would just see the pumpkin thrown and him swinging it. You wouldn't see him catch it, or it would even just be him swinging it, and it leaves something out, and so the movement doesn't fully click in your head.
no.
It makes it harder to visualize the fight.
And can I specifically on this panel where he throws the pumpkin at him, this one, I love the lines indicating how he swung the pumpkin and threw it at him.
Dude, it's
Oh, it just makes sense. It just makes sense.
yeah,
It's like I know it's a comic book, and he has freaking he's a Spider-Man, but it makes sense. Like, like it scientifically makes sense how this would work. Like gravitationally, this
yeah,
would make sense. I love that about it when a comic book doesn't just like
yeah.
go full stupid because it's a comic book. I love that.
I've always been like, I've always thought to myself, I'm like, man, I love modern comic art, and just how vibrant it looks, but also detailed. Like Marco Cicchetto, Jorge Jimenez, all that kind of
Ari's good.
Dan Moore is a poor example. But
Ten more
all that
sucks. Interiors.
Dan he doesn't suck, but it's a poor example. Um, but then just Tim Sale's art, the the best word to use is cartoony, but I don't mean that in a derogatory way.
It's
All right, boys, I'm gonna expose myself really quick, boys. Hold on. When I say expose myself, doesn't matter. All right, anyway.
pause,
Boys,
bro. Please don't be exposing yourself.
Boys, I just got, so I haven't actually read The Long Halloween before.
Forgot you got
Or any of the Tim Sale and Jim Lee Batman work. And so, boys, I copped this freaking omnibus.
It's huge.
Over 1,000 pages. And so, I'll be reading that, but I was reading the reviews for it on Amazon, more not in a story quality sense, in just a book quality sense, in the binding, the cover, all that kind of thing. Sorry, I'm just putting it back on the shelf right now. And obviously, I still came across people reviewing the stories themselves. And this guy was like, "Man, I hate
I hate
I don't
when
like
people
Tim."
say hate about
he's like,
Tim Sale.
"Man, I don't like Tim Sale's art. It's way too cartoony. Blah 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 blah." I love it.
No, and can I? So this book
It's so unique. It's so colorful. It's so vibrant. It's like the deep shadows just work so well with the bright colors. Like the way they complement each other. It feels retro. It makes this book feel like it fits because this book is set in events that were actually written in the 60s and the 70s, like of Spider-Man. Having this cartoony art, because this was written, it was done 2006?
It was like 2002. I think it says on the covers.
2002. But it feels like it's set back then. And just like, it's so good.
Philip, isn't the best example?
And also, prime example of just Spider-Man just being one of the best designs, again, in comics. He's just drawn so well. This is one of my favorite panels.
Yeah.
You called me a pyromaniac last episode because I thought all the explosions in the Michael Keaton fights were aura.
It's like this dude blowing it up. Lego Batman. That was supposed to be Lego Batman. I just don't have Legos. Yeah, him. Exactly.
It's good. Okay. Anyway, if you haven't seen that video, guys, check it out. It's a really, really good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So,
side tangent. Superheroes with explosions behind them.
Automatic aura. So, can I ask you a question?
Automatic aura. Unless it's freaking X-Men Origins Wolverine. That was not that tough.
Can I ask you a question?
I mean, yes, you may.
Do you think LOEB is your favorite artist?
No. I haven't read enough. I don't have a favorite artist.
Okay.
I haven't read enough LOEB to make that call.
So
I have certain books that have some of my favorite art.
Like?
Blue is up there.
Blue.
Born Again, Daredevil Born Again. I love
Dude.
David Mazzucchelli's art. So then that applies to year one as well.
Yeah. Dude, he's really good. He's underrated. No one talks about him.
Mazzucchelli is so good.
Really good.
One of my favorite books art-wise is Batman Black Mirror. So peak. It's like it's like about the way the art is like doing stuff with the story and how it aids the story, and there's just like lots of artistic things done with the art. That doesn't make Jock my favorite artist. You know what I mean?
Fair.
It's within the context of the book.
So this isn't a great example. You're talking about. So this is a way I like to describe LOEB's art or Sale's art. It's very stylized. It's very stylized art. Yeah, I need to read Born Again. I need to hop on that with season 3.
That is probably my favorite That's my favorite explosion and like superhero in front of an explosion.
That's very tough.
So very good peak. It's technically not an explosion. It's just fire, but aura. Same with the Spider-Man one, to be fair. So
yeah, it's very stylized. His art is very stylized.
Yes.
This isn't the best example of it, But once you read The Long Halloween and like the Sale Tim Omnibus, um, it goes for the gangster kind of theme, like the 1960s, 70s, like Godfather esque like art. But it's so much like it's so different. Like it's obviously set in the 90s because there's like computers, there's advanced technology, but like they're like all wearing suits and trench coats and fedoras, and it's like very 60 like 40s to 60s Italian gangster like level art. I love the stylization of it. This book doesn't do it so much. You can tell this book is like set in the 2000s. The costumes are modern, everything's kind of modern. But in the other books, especially Daredevil Yellow, the stylization of the art and the action is just phenomenal. Daredevil Yellow, I think, has the best action in a comic book I've read. I think those are the best action
Wow.
scenes of any comic I've read, which says a lot because this is phenomenal, and so is The Long Halloween, and so is all seasons, and like so is freaking Civil War has some great fight scenes too. Like there's so many books that are great, but I do think Yellow. I've yet to read Born Again.
Or
I've heard Born Again has some of the best, but I think Yellow's the best I've read.
this has made me reading this has made me so excited. I'm just like so uneducated in the Tim Sale, Jeff Loeb stuff at the moment. I'm just getting into it now. And this makes me so excited to read Dead Over Yellow and the Batman stuff are all both in my backlog right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's so good.
I'm excited to if you guys I'm excited to see what your thoughts are, and if you guys want us to review these books in the future, comment down below because
We will be doing a Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb ranking
yes, once we are finished, we'll be
eventually.
doing that. Yeah,
Once we've read every single one.
Yeah. I'm very interested to do that ranking. It's going to be hard to decipher because I love every single one of these books. It's going to be hard to just decipher the ranking.
Oh, you do. You're gonna have to.
I'm going to have to. I will. But, like,
Or imagine if, like, when we read Captain America White, imagine if it's just like so good, and it's like number one.
it's not going to happen. Long Halloween is. It's the Long Halloween's.
Captain America White.
Long Halloween is, like, in my opinion, a top 3 written thing of all time in just media.
Thing after start like written thing.
Like,
Nice.
that. It's probably, like, in my top 3, it's probably, like, in no particular order Long Halloween, Daredevil season 3, and either Mask of the Phantasm or Dark Knight. That's like my top 3.
And it was
Just written.
season 3. W.
That's just probably my top 3 written like pieces of media of all time. Long Halloween's
Yes,
phenomenal.
sir. Yeah.
Like, and that's one of the things. This is kind of always a mystery element. There's a mystery element in Yellow too, and there's also a mystery element in Long Halloween and Dark Victory. Obviously, the Long Halloween mystery. It's unguessable. It is completely like backcrap crazy. Just the way the explanation is, it's phenomenal. Like if you think this, like the shadow element plays well in this, it plays 10 times better in Long Halloween.
We shall see.
Yeah.
All right, that's about all my thoughts out. But Peak Book,
Yeah,
I
I
really
think it's
enjoyed.
everything
I
I
loved. I loved the tone. I loved the genre. I love the art, the paneling, the writing, the characters. It is
The
very Peak.
the sense of dread, even in the happy moments of this book, is outstanding. No book has
I
ever
would.
made me feel like that.
I think because there are certain comics that I really like that I wouldn't recommend to a new reader because
Yeah.
you just like why would you wouldn't want to start with this.
Mhm.
This is something that I'd recommend to everyone.
Yeah. This is
Especially if you're a Spider-Man fan, you've seen all the movies, you don't know what
Mhm.
comic to read first, read that.
read. I would say the same thing with Long Halloween. If you haven't read a comic at all, and you're just like trying to get into the medium, pick up Long Halloween and pick up this. These two are just phenomenal.
All right, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, man. That's about all I have.
Overall thoughts, Peak Book. Boys, if you want us to do more comic reviews, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
We got plenty in the tank.
Sure.
Maybe an Under the Red Hood review needs to be done, and why it sucks, and the movie is peak.
Yes. You kind of summed up our
Maybe
entire review, but yeah.
There's more. Hey, there's more to say.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, next video. What is the next video again, dude? It's
It is. Aren't we doing 2021,
It's,
2025 character ranking or
I
fight?
think it's 2025 character bracket. So
Yeah,
it's either that or it's the
fights.
no,
One of
it's the characters. It's
it
the
is the
characters.
yeah.
It's a bracket of a ton of characters from the superhero projects this year. We're gonna be doing a bracket. How much we like the characters. Who's the best character from this year? That's next week. Stay tuned for that. Don't miss it. Oh,
The entire 20. The rest. This comes out. I think the 25th or something. 24th. The entire month of December is crazy. Like we have a lot planned
yes.
for that. Like it's full
It's
2025 wrap up. It's gonna be crazy.
we're wrapping up 2025. Maybe a Christmas themed episode.
Yeah,
Maybe.
if we have the space for it for sure.
But yeah, we're gonna be doing wrapping up the year 2025. You can't miss it.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be good.
Sir.
Like the video. Comment your thoughts on Spider-Man Blue. What's your favorite issue? What do you love about it? And subscribe.
Yes. God bless.
Peace.